Right now in the attack on a nightclub in Turkey that has seen at least 39 people killed. DW correspondent Dorian Jones joins us from Istanbul, where that attack took place. Dorian, the armed attacker is apparently still alive and on the run. That's the last we heard. Can you tell us about the manhunt to find him that's underway?
Well, yes, you're right. There is a massive security operation all across Istanbul and beyond to try and find this attacker. There is some confusion whether there may be a possible second one, as several witnesses have said that there were at least two attackers, although the Turkish security forces are insisting there is only one gunman. Police have checkpoints all across the city now, returning back across the city, and there you can see there's a large police presence. In fact, even before the attack occurred, there was a massive security operation across Istanbul, as there was this fear and expectation that it could be a possible terror attack.
Okay, now this looks like, from what we know so far, at least it has all the hallmarks of an Islamic State attack. Is that the way authorities are proceeding on this story right now?
I think so. They haven't actually said that, but it has to be said that in the run-up to New Year's Eve, there was these warnings by Islamic State that they would strike against Turkey. Turkey currently has soldiers deployed in Syria, fighting not only the Syrian Kurdish forces, but also Islamic State. And in fact, they're engaged in a very bitter battle to take control of the Syrian town of Al-Bab against Islamic State. And Islamic State leaders had issued a video warning that they would strike back against Turkey. So there was this expectation. International security forces and intelligence services were on high alert. There were a lot of chatter, as they refer to, of a possible imminent threat. And when I was walking in the streets of the center of Istanbul, there was unprecedented security. I've never seen such security checkpoints on all the streets into the main thoroughfare of Istanbul, armored cars, heavily armed police. There was this fear that there would be attack, and in fact there were relatively few people on the streets because there was this fear of a possible attack, and those fears obviously were borne out.
Dorian, briefly, if you could you tell us about the site of this attack, the nightclub where it took place? It was apparently very popular with foreigners as well as local residents.
Well, Rehna arguably is Istanbul's #1 club. It's located on the Bosphorus. It's incredibly luxurious, and it's the place to go if you're visiting the city. It's very, very popular with the elites of the Middle East, as well as Europe and America. Film stars, pop stars, if they visit Istanbul, it usually is the place they end up, as well as it's extremely popular with Istanbul's high society as well. If there was a high-profile target to hit, Rehna nightclub was the one.
Dorian Jones for us with the latest from Istanbul. Dorian, thanks very much for that.
Yine görüntülerden anladığımız kadarıyla bunu söylememiz mümkün. Terörist içeriye giriyor, soğukkanlı bir şekilde 700-800 kişi var içeride. Gece kulübündeki vatandaşların, yılbaşı eğlencesindeki vatandaşların üzerine Kalaşnikov silahla ateş ediyor. Saate baktığımızda 01:15 civarında saldırı başlıyor. 01:23'te güvenlik kameralarına yeniden yansıyor görüntüleri. O sırada görüntülerine baktığımızda bu süre içerisinde elinde silah olmadığını görüyoruz. Büyük ihtimalle silahını bırakıyor ve silahını bıraktıktan sonra da kayıplara karışıyor. O kalabalığın içerisine